Hello, I'm Desmond P. Ryan, and you are watching another episode of Ask the Detective, where you ask me, a retired Toronto police detective and current crime fiction writer, about anything police related, anything about dead bodies, investigations, things like that. Today, we're going to talk about jaywalkers. What you're saying? What does jaywalking have to do with anything? Unless, of course, as a crime fiction writer, you're going to have your victim get hit by a car and die because they're jaywalking. Well, let me tell you about the origins of jaywalking. Back in around the 1920s, so just over 100 years ago, as a matter of fact, our streets were starting to get populated by cars like this. Prior to then, the streets were pretty much just people walking around, maybe some push carts, things like that. Cars were starting to take over, and people were starting to get hit. They were getting pinged off like a video game. Maybe not that bad. But what was happening was the public sentiment against cars was huge. Car manufacturers did not like that. So what the car manufacturers did was have to get people to buy into the idea that cars, good, pedestrians, bad. So they coined the term J, which at that time meant something like country bumpkin. So if you were a jaywalker, you were a country bumpkin, you shouldn't be in the city anyway, you're not looking where you're going. Basically, it was maybe one of not the original, but certainly a great example of victim shaming. It's your fault you got hit by a car, is what jaywalking is talking about. So through a pile of advertising and public relations, the car manufacturers got the municipalities to buy into the idea that it was the individual who got hit by the car's fault. They were jaywalking. These country bumpkins are in your thriving metropolis. Their fault, not the driver's fault. And the term jaywalking stuck. Now, today, it's not considered a federal offense. It's usually handled by municipalities, and the fines vary from city to city, town to town. But that's how the term jaywalking came to be. What does that have to do with Ask the Detective? Well, maybe nothing. Or as a writer, this is a really interesting way of introducing ideas, of explaining where our laws came from. And if you like this kind of thing, the origin of laws, please let me know, and I can certainly provide you with more content, because there's a lot of laws out there, and some of them are even bigger than jaywalking. So, again, questions, comments down below, or send me an email at des@realdesmondryan.com. And until next time, don't jaywalk, but if you do, it's not your fault if you get hit by a car. And right on.